Mika is 4 years old. An aid worker had sex with his mother when she was just 15. That's rape in many countries. Mika's grandfather admits, "I never met his father," but he laughs. But everyone can see he's white. You just have to look at the boy. His mother, Francine, says she was wearing her school uniform when she was stopped in Goma by an aid worker who was driving a vehicle branded with the charity's name. I was coming back from school and he gave me his phone number. He told me to change out of my school uniform and come back and see him. I was just 15. Francine and tens of thousands like her live in desperately poor conditions in the DRC. Jobs are scarce, and most just scrape an existence from day to day. The young woman was promised food aid and payment for her school fees, plus a new life abroad in return for sex. But it all ended abruptly when she became pregnant with Micah 2 months later. The day I told him I was pregnant, he was very surprised. He told me not to tell anyone and he'd sort everything. I never saw him again. Francine has named him on Micah's birth certificate. She says she saw his charity identity card. When we contacted the charity, they insisted they had no record of him and couldn't risk wasting time tracking him down if his name was misspelt. And Francine is far from the only one. Safi says she had a long relationship with an aid worker, working, she claims, with the UN, for which she received food and money. She's got a picture, she says, is of him. But again, when she became pregnant, he abruptly cut contact. I'm suffering a lot. We're both suffering a lot. We're just existing by the grace of God, she says. Both women say they alerted the charities and aid offices concerned, but their claims were ignored, brushed off as attempts to exploit the charities. The investigation by MPs finds otherwise. The DRC has the largest UN peacekeeping force in the world. Its blue helmets are considered vital in protecting millions of Congolese who need aid after decades of unrest and fighting. There are numerous aid agencies doing vital work, but the MP's investigation and our own found it's exactly these conditions which make it fertile ground for abuse by sexual predators. The MPs say the aid sector as a whole has been aware of this sexual exploitation by its own personnel for years and has collectively failed to address it. The MPs call it complacency verging on complicity. Francine and little Micah are the victims of this, but no one is taking her or her little boy seriously. Alex Crawford, Sky News, reporting from the Democratic Republic of Congo.